All right, folks, this is Steve Barrios, partner in Viridian Energy. Hope all is well, and happy Wednesday. And it's a happy one if you're a Met fan, that's for sure. We're winning Game 4 right now against the Cubs. And folks, we got some huge momentum going on. So anyway, and congrats to the Toronto Blue Jays. They're only down by 1 game now, so we got an opportunity there. So it's good stuff. And I know it's Dave Fernandes' team. So anyway, this is our team call. We have this call every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We went to a webinar format, kind of coaching, counseling sessions, kind of visualization sessions. And they say pictures are 1,000 words, and it's the truth when you walk folks through it. And it just works. We're getting a lot of great feedback on the format, and people are learning, the newcomers, the folks that are getting re-engaged. We got a new state going live, Texas, which we're very excited for those folks. And Denny and Elizabeth and Liz Goodwin down in Delaware, down in Texas, are building a nice team down there, and they're getting ready to go live, and there's other folks on the call from Texas as well. So listen, part of this business is staying plugged in, and this is what you're doing right now, staying plugged in. There's 2 systems to it, and the one is the one we're going to kind of go through a little bit, number 1. Number 2, but the other system is, staying plugged in. There's Bob Q's call on Monday morning, a couple of Joe call Tuesday, Thursday. There's some Sunday calls. There's this Wednesday calls. You can listen to them live, or you can listen to them replay. That's part of staying plugged in, right? Number 2, attend a meeting a week in your area. Look at the back office calendar. They're all over the country now, folks. You can't miss it. You know what I mean? And I know Dave Fernandes, the director up there, and his team, they do a great job. Dave every Monday has his meetings at Red's Kitchen up in Peabody, Mass. Alex Romali, partner up there who's in Dave's business, is now doing a brand new meeting every Wednesday at the Hilton Garden near the airport. Here in Jersey, and there's tons of meetings in New Jersey, don't get me wrong, but myself and a handful of other folks in New Jersey, we do a meeting in South Plainfield every other Thursday. We're supposed to do one tomorrow. It's in the back office. We canceled it only because we're going to support the Manalapan meeting in New Jersey, which is in Central Jersey also, because Chief Ambassador Marty Hale is going there, and also all-star third baseman from the Cincinnati Reds, and he's also a director in Viridian. Todd Frazier will be there, so it's going to be a rock and a rolling meeting. So we decided to support that meeting. It was the right thing to do because the 2 meetings are kind of close, maybe the half hour, 40 minutes away from each other, and kind of go from there. But once again, ask yourself, what are you reading? What are you listening to in the car? That's called personal development. We know that, and then kind of go from there. So, Dave, are you on the phone?
I am, sir.
Excellent, folks. Director, fearless leader, Dave Fernandes. Dave, just want to just have a couple talking points real quick, and then I'm going to go over some business resources, and then go into our subject of tonight. Go ahead, Dave. Say a few words, please.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Great leader. Thank you for all your support that you've been helping us, and hosting this call every week. And sometimes, our busy days, we don't thank you for all you do for our team. So I'd like to thank you and everybody that's on this call. I know for sure will thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
So what do you want to go over, Steve? You want to go over the...
Yeah, let's do this. All right, yeah, that's great. But yeah, all right, why don't we do this, Dave? Let me just go over some we'll go through some back office stuff real quick in regards to the business resources. I'll just quickly, are you at a computer right now, or are you still driving?
I'm logging on right now.
All right, I'll start going through this, and then when we go to our subject, the why, we'll go right into it, okay? All right, folks, so I'm just going to show you some business materials and resources we have at our hands. That's why this is a business-in-a-box, turnkey operation. Viridian does everything for us, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of what we got right in your back office. Hopefully by now you know how to you understand how to log into your back office. And listen, folks, the way I learned this business on some spare time here and there, I went through everything in the back office, watched videos, plugged away, looked at PDFs, did some reading, in my spare time, while always showing the plan or getting a customer or talking to somebody about Barrios. So I do a little bit of everything, obviously, but really just remember, you're not in business if you're not showing the plan, putting in customers, and connecting with people about Viridian, right? But they have our business resources right here. And number one, okay, which is great. This is our rate reference sheets, all right? We got electric rates, natural gas rates, and these are our products and rate plans. So you click these PDF files here, it opens it up, and then bam, at your disposal, you have rates in every market that we're live in for electricity, okay? The other thing, too, is if you're talking to somebody or you're with somebody, you just go to the main page of your website, you click Become a Customer, you put their zip code in, and it populates all their information as well to show the rates, all right? Number two, we got enrollment resources. Let me scroll this down a little bit here. You know, for some reason, somebody can't go through the front side of your website, or I don't know what the case may be. Most everyone on this call has a front side of your website. But let's say you don't for some odd reason. You got your all-state single state associate application you do. You got the residual fundraising program application, our Heroes program, which a lot of people are taking advantage of. If you're coming as a business, got a business entity application, and then you have large commercial, and then customer enrollment guides and large commercial submission. This is for accounts that have over 100,000 kilowatts on an annual basis, and then over 4,000 therms, okay? Also residential commercial, if you want to just do each individual state, it's there for you, and then the solar customer referral forms. So if you don't want to do it through the computer for some reason, or it's not up and running, whatever the case, maybe you just don't have your front part of your website yet, you have application to enroll associates and customers, which is awesome, all right? We're going to go through real quick the compensation plan. Here's our tools. Gives you a brief overview, okay, which is really good stuff. Frequently asked questions. It talks about the compensation plan transition there. Income state disclosure. Here's our Power Up compensation plan training PDF file. Dave Fernandes always talks about this. It's a really good way to train people and train yourself, quite honestly, on the compensation. And remember, folks, we're all entrepreneurs. So part of being an entrepreneur, you got to take the bull by the horn and run with it and teach yourself as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So keep that sense of urgency to be successful and educate yourself. And as you can see, you have tons of tools and information here to help you become successful, right? And then we have some opportunity resources, really good. You have Show the Program. You can download the video to your laptop or your iPad or whatever the case may be. The solar opportunity, which I use a lot, okay, because it's a quick 4-minute little video. And then your Jumpstart Guide. And this is great, folks, because it's another way, you duplicate process. Dave Fernandes did a great job doing a high-level overview of the duplicate process, and we went through this last week. And one of our subject lines today, each week we're going to do a main subject line to really kind of teach you. We're trainers here, so everyone's going to teach everybody because we want everyone to duplicate the process, but teach you each step along the way. And this week we're going to talk about your why, okay? And then we got, sorry about that. We got products and marketing training. Boom, you click on it. You know what? It's a business in a box, man. Click away. Go learn about the -5 solar associate training, guys. You have any questions? You can't get a hold of, let's say, customer service is very, very busy, or askv@viridian.com didn't get back to you right away. There's opportunities to get these answers right in our back office. They've created all this stuff. Sun Scout tutorial. Go through that. Learn how to use Sun Scout. It's really cool stuff. How about this? Click on here. Hey, I want to know about all our solar markets in a quick snapshot. Bam. It's right there, folks. And then most importantly, obviously, compliance and policies. This is really good, things we have to reference it for some odd reason. Whatever the case may be, everything's typically in English and Spanish, which is awesome, and then kind of go from there. But as I mentioned before, we're going to talk about today your why, and Dave did a great job going a high-level overview on the whole duplicate process last week. And this week we're gonna chat about your why. And the cool thing about this in Viridian University, I'm not sure if you all know this, and kind of navigate through this stuff on your spare time. Maybe a Sunday night you're not doing anything, roll through it. There's a business builder part here. These are all videos by our top leaders in the area telling us how to do the process, man. It doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any duplicatable about that. Hey, Dave, are you all logged on now, bud?
I am, sir.
Yeah, Dave, why don't you give just a few words before we watch the video, folks? We're going to watch this one little 10-minute video. A few words on why defining your why is so important. I'll let you take over, buddy.
All right, great. Thank you, bud. Defining your why is huge in this business because I have a video out there. Your why, it's not gonna make you quit, right? When you're doing this business or anything in life, it could be working at the gym or getting your education, going back to school. Your why is not going to make you stop on what you're doing and what you want to accomplish, right? So let's talk about our business now, right? Why are you in this business? You got to ask yourself, is it, for money? Most of the time it's for money or to have time freedom. Did you get into the business because of the renewable sources? That's going to be huge in your mind. What's your why? You need to write this down, right? What is important to you? What do you want to achieve? What are your answers and questions that you want to define your why, right? So let's go for this an example. So why are you in this business? What gets you excited, about this business? What are your beliefs, right? What are the benefits of your beliefs in accomplishing on a daily basis with Viridian, right? So keep on going because of what does the company provide to you, your family, your friends, the environment, right? That's another why. So it's up to you on what you want to add to your why, right? It's so many things. And yesterday I was driving with my wife, and we got to think about, our why needs to be very strong in any industry, right? Because if you want to be a doctor, your why is very important, right? Some surgeons want to, save people's lives and whatnot, but they need to go to school. They need to educate themselves. They need to get those tools. They get the experience, right? So that's why Steve is going through the back office showing you, where to go check stuff like, compliance. That's very important to understand your business, right? And what you're allowed to do, what you're allowed to say, or if a reporter comes to you. All these things are very important to your business and not just like going out there and building your business. You have to have that why, and you need to grab that experience because the why, if you see in the duplicate 8, it's the first thing on the duplicate 8, right? But if you just have a why and go through the next processes, it's not going to work if you don't know what you're doing in the business. So essentially, write down your whys. A lot of leaders like Donna French has a vision board. On Facebook, she posts a lot of vision boards. And I would say, hands down to her, she's probably one of the best on doing that. She writes her goals down. She writes, her daily goals, her monthly goals, what she wants in another year or so. And as, leaders, as people that are working in this business, we have to do the same thing. People just don't do it because they want to, do it and look pretty. They do it because it motivates them. I'm a manager with Verizon Wireless, and every month we have goals, right? And I'm the only manager that breaks those goals down within a daily basis, right? Because I don't want to come to the end of the month and I don't hit my goals. I want to know daily what I need to hit my goals. Are you doing that with Viridian? Is your why a yearly thing, or you need to do it daily now? Because it's very important that you do your why on a daily basis. Why, you're going to go out and talk to 5 people. Why are you going to go sign up 5 customers, right? Building a team. Why are you going to build a team? Why are you going to show the plan? Why are you going to tell them that renewable energy is the way to go? It's the change of the industry. Like we were just at our meeting in Boston, and I did a video and I posted it on Facebook. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go see it. There's stations to put electric cars at a hotel, okay? That's a why. The hotel has a why, to go greener. And that's what we should be, going over our whys. It's very important. This is not like a rah-rah thing. It's very important. Like people, why do I have to write my whys down? I go, your why will make you cry. A lot of people say that. And your why will never, ever make you quit. Because if your why is strong, you're never going to say, you know what, that was the last no that I'm going to listen to. I'm going to quit. We've been doing this for 4 years now, in network marketing for 20 years. I've heard so many no's. but it's never going to make me stop. And I know a lot of people on this call got into this business because they had a why, they had a purpose, right? So coming to the training, going to the meetings, going to the events, oh, it's the same thing every time we go. It's not the same thing. Every single meeting that you go to, you're going to learn something different. You're going to add something to your why. You're going to add more goals. It's just a huge experience on doing this business. Okay. At first, I'll tell the truth right now. At first, when I started getting into Viridian, I was doing 2 different companies, and my why was like kind of mixed. So I had to say, listen, I have to let go of what I was doing currently before I got into Viridian, and I focused all on Viridian because I had to show my team that I'm going to lead them, I'm going to coach them to getting into where we want to be all together at the same time. And I did that, and within the first year of 2012, when Massachusetts launched, I probably had 60 to 70 reps in my organization before we launched June 1st in Massachusetts. And we didn't even know the rates. We didn't know what was going on, what we were going to sell, what we were going to pitch, nothing. And all these people went on what we were talking about, what we were showing, because they saw our why was a lot bigger than what the company was going to come up with, which is amazing.
Dave, that's a great point. I'm going to jump in because, I didn't know all that, and I obviously didn't know you when you came into my business because you were 6, 7 deep. It's all about the whole 6 degrees of separation. But I could tell you something now that I think about the timeline of what you just said, and when you committed to Viridian, because you were kind of juggling too, and your team knew you committed, and you grew that why to a whole nother level. And I could tell you, your first year, I remember, and I met you that following year, September, in Atlantic City, you, Alex, and the whole team. I think you put in my organization over 1,000 customers in that first year, man. So it was pretty impressive stuff. So congrats. Hey, Dave, can we just go right into watching this little video on defining your why? It's by Ed Kenny, who's an ambassador in the business and one of the best at it. You know what I'm saying? Should we go ahead and watch some of it? Should we watch all the video or some of the video? Because we're at 9:21 right now.
Yeah, just play the video and see how long it is. I think it's a few minutes.
It is. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Welcome to Generation V. My name is Ed Kenny, and I joined Viridian a couple years ago with 2 of my brothers. We've been extremely fortunate to experience the great deal of success in a relatively short period of time, including achieving a level or a rank referred to as Diamond Partner. People ask me the secret that has led to our achievements, and I sum it up in one word: commitment. But I found that before people, myself included, can really take the first step towards achieving their goals, they need to effectively implement step 1 in the duplicates process, which is defining your why. So what is defining your why? What we refer to as why is what some people call the purpose or a motivator or a driver. Regardless to what you name it, it is the foundation of getting started in this business and gives you a clear vision as to why you are here. Your why is also what keeps you grounded so you persevere through everything that comes your way. This is a simple business, but it is not easy. You have to really be open for rejection and disappointments, not to mention general distractions of life. So before you get started, sit down, write your why. It may fall in one of the 4 main areas combined in the acronym FORM, F-O-R-M: family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. For example, you're hoping to gain more time to spend with your family? Do you need to supplement your occupational income? Perhaps have the money to spend on recreational activities with your friends? Or do you want to be part of something bigger than yourself, something that gives you a purpose and motivation? Regardless of why you are here, to change your situation, you have to be willing to take a chance. Those who do are the ones who will be rewarded. The status quo is willing to accept things the way that they are because they don't have the strength or the courage to step out and persevere through the bumps of the roads ahead They lack the foundation to try something new because they don't have a why strong enough to overcome the stuff that happens. When people say, I can't believe you got involved in this, or this is crazy, why are you doing this? But, therein lies the question. Why are you doing this? If you know the answer, you will be able to continue moving forward. You'll look in the right people to join without giving up. If you don't know, you will be deflated because your why wasn't strong enough to fight the seeds of doubt that others have, and sometimes even yourself try to plant in your own mind. That's the reason it's so important to sit down right away and analyze your why. Now, it can change from time to time, from when you first joined Viridian, or say in a year, 2 years, 3 years, or even beyond, and it will. But in the very beginning, if you do not have a why that is strong, you're not going to be able to move forward and sustain your full growth potential. I'll give you an example of what was told to me and an example of a why. So you're on the ground floor of a building. There's a 2x4 that extends out 20 feet in length. And a person says to you, I'll give you $20 if you can walk across the plank. So you would really likely respond, maybe, absolutely, I can do that. Then the man asks to take a step further and suggests to take the 2x4 up 20 floors, lay it out between two buildings. Okay? Then he says to you, will you walk across it for $20? Of course, your response would be, no way. There is no way that I'm doing that. It's way too risky for no reward. So the man says, okay, let's put another scenario on the table. Let's say you're still on the 20th floor, but you see that your family and your loved ones are on the other side of that building, and that building is now ablaze on fire. Now would you cross it? At this point, there is absolutely no question. You would get to the other side to rescue your family because you are compelled and motivated, even though it takes you completely out of your comfort zone. This is the importance of defining your why, okay? To move you into action and not lose sight of what inspired you to sign up with Viridian in the first place. So as you begin to grow in your organization, it will be equally important for you to help your prospects define their why so that you can keep them focused on the end game. People are inviting to join our organizations in essentially a volunteer army. And you as their coach need to be able to answer the question that they will be asking. What's in it for me? The why answers the question and overcomes the objections and challenges. It will help you as a leader to inspire them to actually perform outside themselves by knowing what their whys are. That will keep them motivated and moving forward on a pathway to success. How do you discover your why? Because this concept may be new to you and something you haven't spent time consciously thinking about before, it may require some personal reflection as you figure out what your why or whys are. You've heard me mention FORM, F-O-R-M, which stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Motivation. For the most part, people's why are wrapped up in one of those four categories and provide the motivation needed to not get caught up in the status quo of life without risks, but instead break free and get out of autopilot. During your time of personal reflection, you may discover that you have gone to sleep. It is time to wake up. What I mean by this is you may stop dead in your tracks and realize that there is much more to life than just your current situation, and you want more out of it. You miss your family. You want to be there for them more. You're at a dead-end job. It isn't going anywhere. You may not have enough money at the end of the month to spend on the quality time making memories, or find yourself asking, is this all there is? I want to do more with my life. One of the greatest things about this business of network marketing is that it really gets people to evaluate their lives and see that they aren't trapped, that they really can achieve what they want to, what they could. The why is what gets us to perform above the average and accomplish extraordinary things. So what you need to do is sit down, brainstorm either by yourself or with your sport person, each of the four areas of FORM. What would change in each of those categories? Figure out the most compelling areas that drive you today, okay? That is your why. It will be the reason that makes you sacrifice and stay on course. If you ask any star, any athlete, or any entrepreneur who is successful, they will have a compelling story that will be so clear in their own mind, they can share it without even thinking about it to any interviewer or any situation. Once you've determined your why, you will want to write it down, memorize it, so you can share it at a moment's notice in less than 30 seconds. It can be a story that is the why that makes you cry, or simply a solution to a life challenge. Once you've established your current why or whys, you will want to find ways to keep them in front of you at all times. Some people create dream boards, images placed on a poster board or a screensaver from a form of collage. Others put out pictures that represent what they're hoping to accomplish on their walls, refrigerators, corkboards, or other visual locations. You know, it might sound silly, but it's a daily reminder of what's really important so you can keep focused on achieving your goals. I think what I've learned about the why in my life is without passion, there's truly the status quo. Personally, I had a company I was running for 10 years. For the first 3 years, I was passionate about it. I loved it. Then it just kind of became problematic. You know, employees doing the wrong things kind of became the daily grind. And I lost my passion for the business world. I realized, this is as good as it's going to get. I was 42 when I was introduced to Viridian. When I saw this opportunity and what the potential was, it literally woke me up out of a dead sleep. I started applying my passion to building my Viridian business. And when I say wake up, I mean I really woke up. When you can't wait to get up in the morning and you're bummed out that you actually have to go to sleep, now that's what I'm talking about. This is the passion you get when you're really committed to and passionate about something. There are a ton of people that are just in a malaise, just continuing the daily grind and going through the motions. And that's one of the biggest gifts that I've actually gotten from Viridian. To reinvigorate that passion, to watch other people realize their whys and work towards fulfilling their potential. That's the gift this business has for everybody who gets involved. And you have to be ready to share your why. Because, sharing your why holds you accountable. So write it down. Write down your why and share your why. People that care about you, they're going to want to know why you're doing this. And you need to have an answer. It is so important because it holds you accountable and it really drives you to be successful. And I hope you're all successful, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thanks so much.
Wow, folks, listen. I'm absolutely speechless. Ed Kenny, that's why he is one of the top leaders in Viridian. And as it says right here, define your why, use form to discover your why, share your why, write your do, finish, I'm sorry, I'm a little messed up here. Find why that wakes you up or makes you cry, like Dave Fernandes said before, right? Sorry about that. So we see that the reason why it's so important to put time and thought into creating your why. Dave, do you have a couple parting words? It's because we're at 9:30. We're past 9:30 before I do the quote of the day.
No, I think, Ed Kennedy and, it's good for now.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing better than that. And folks, this is what we have at our disposal. So share this with your team. Watch it again to help yourself. Remember, we're all entrepreneurs. Watch it again to help yourself to enhance your why. And he's right, your why evolves all the time. Well, listen, folks, I'm going to end the call with our quote of the day. I hope you got something out of this. I hope it inspired you. We had a nice call tonight.
Unmuted.
I posted this on Facebook the other day about winning teams, trust each other, respect each other, understand each other, and enjoy each other. Folks, until next Wednesday, 9 o'clock, same time, same place. Thank you so much. Happy Wednesday, and go out and redefine your why. Make it a great night, folks. Dave Fernandes, thank you once again for all your nugget of wisdom. Greatly appreciate it, buddy.